All right, good evening. We are live right now because we do have one tornado warning that has just been issued for areas of southeastern Missouri. This is inching a little bit closer now to the Mississippi River into southern Illinois, so we decided to go live with this storm. The storm we currently have our eyes on right now is literally in the exact same spot as the cell that we were tracking the other night. This is right near Advance, Missouri, and this is moving to the northeast into the Cape Girardeau area. This is going to be moving into the Delta, Missouri area over the next 15 to 30 minutes. That's the same town that was hit by a tornado just a couple days ago and is still recovering from that tornado. This storm is currently just about 20 to 25 miles out from the Mississippi River. It would be crossing into into Alexander and Union County on its current track. So again, this is currently in southeastern Missouri, tracking towards the southern Illinois area, and will be crossing the Mississippi River within the next few minutes or so. I will not say few. I'd say 15 to 30 minutes or so. Currently on your screen, you're looking at the velocity inside of this storm. That's what shows us the winds inside of the storm, and we're seeing some rotation with this storm. I don't think we're getting any ground truth with a tornado on the ground, but we are seeing winds inside this up over 60 miles per hour. And again, this is moving into the Advance, Missouri area right now. And again, this is still about 15 to 30 minutes out from moving into southern Illinois. Let's take a look at the bigger picture right now. We have a very large area of very heavy rainfall moving into southern Illinois right now. Let's go and take a look at the Perry County area. So you're looking at Pinckneyville there in the center of your screen. Very heavy rainfall right now in this area. Moving into Perry County, that would include Washington County as well. So Pinckneyville, Tamaroa, Steelville, Cutler, Willisville. Might even be seeing some hail in some of these storms. I don't think we're seeing any hail that would be over probably, I'd say, quarter-sized or maybe even nickel-sized hail. But this is something to keep an eye on. We could have some areas of around golf ball size hail if some of these storms continue to intensify as they move into southern Illinois. But my concern for flash flooding over the next 30 to 45 minutes and over that would be in areas of northern southern Illinois. I wouldn't be shocked if we do get a severe thunderstorm warning or two in this area. The warnings you see on your map right now, those are flash flood warnings. That is for areas just outside of our coverage area, but I would not be shocked at all if they extend those into southern Illinois within the next 30 minutes to an hour. And I would also not be shocked if we do see a severe thunderstorm warning or two issued for these storms. Storms north of this line would all be elevated, so they would not pose a threat for any strong tornadoes. Not out of the question that we could see maybe a spin-up tornado, but it is extremely unlikely north of that line. So that includes Perry, Jefferson, Hamilton, Franklin counties, northern Jackson County. Not too concerned with those areas as far as the tornado threat goes. More concerned with those areas as far as the flash flooding threat goes over the next few hours. Everywhere south of that line in this area of southern Illinois, that is the area I'm concerned with to see more of a tornado threat tonight. And right now, the warm front is kind of sitting along this line that I've just drawn on your screen. So this one tornado warned storm that we see right now in southeastern Missouri is kind of riding that dividing line between the cooler and warm air. If this is able to pick up some more of the warm air from down in this area, then we would likely see the potential to see a tornado on the ground as this moves into southern Illinois. So that's why we're keeping a close eye on this storm right now. It's just radar indicated, but there is some very large hail in this storm, up to baseball-sized hail. We got 2.75 inches. That's very large hailstones in this storm. Again, the hazard with this would be a tornado and baseball-sized hail. No matter if we do see a tornado or not in this storm, I do think as this tracks into southern Illinois, we will be seeing very large hail. So if you or someone you know lives in the Union County area, you might need to certainly be taking a close look at this storm as it moves into the Cape Girardeau area over the next 15 minutes and eventually into Union County. Let's go ahead and take a look at the velocity in this storm one more time. Again, a little bit tighter now, right near Advance, Missouri. So this is right over Advance, Missouri, and it's tracking right along the exact same highway in Missouri that this other cell tracked just a couple days ago. So this is going to be moving into the Delta area in Delta, Missouri. Again, that is the exact same town that was just hit by that tornado 2 days ago. I don't think we're seeing a tornado on the ground with this, so that's some good news. This does not look quite as intense as it did 2 nights ago yet, but we're going to keep a close eye on it as it moves into the southern Illinois area over the next 15 to 30 minutes. Let's put a storm track on this right now. Again, this gives you kind of an idea of the track this storm could be making. Probably would be in the, that's not what I meant to press, probably would be crossing the Mississippi River. This says probably by about 7:52 p.m. I would probably bump that up to about 7:45 or so at the rate this is moving. So this might move just north of Cape Girardeau. Again, Cape Girardeau is another spot that saw a tornado with this exact same cell just 2 days ago. It's the same cell that produced that tornado in Anna and the likely tornado in Johnson County, as well as another likely tornado in Saline and Williamson counties. So keeping a close eye on this cell, kind of wanting to hopefully not, but looking like if this does intensify, hopefully not, but if it does, would maybe be repeating in some of the same locations we saw just 2 days ago. So still keeping an eye on the rotation in this storm. Again, this is still about 30 minutes out from crossing the Mississippi River. Still seeing some pretty gusty winds. I don't think we're seeing a tornado on the ground with this, so that's some good news. The main area that I'm concerned with for more tornadic development would kind of be in this area right here, and we put out that map earlier today. Let's take off that so you can get a better look at it. But this area in particular is where I'd be most concerned with some more tornado warnings developing over the next hour or two, and so that would be areas south of Illinois 13. And I think any areas north of Illinois 13, this would likely be the only storm, if it holds together, the only tornado warned storm, I'll say, that would impact you. So that's why we're keeping a close eye on this. It does look like it's weakening just a little bit. It had weakened earlier just a little bit. So we're going to definitely keep a close eye on this. And if we have a tornado confirmed, we will certainly make everyone else who's not on this live aware of that. Let's zoom out real quick and take a look at our wider picture. Oh my goodness, definitely some very, we might be seeing some very large hail up in the Nashville area right now. So if you live in Jefferson County, I'll circle that area, we could be seeing some hail moving into your area within the next 15 minutes or so. In fact, I'm going to go on here and we are going to turn off the flash flood warnings, because I know sometimes they're similar coloring, so they can confuse people if it's a flash flood or a severe thunderstorm warning. But very heavy rainfall is going to be moving into these areas within the next 15 to 30 minutes. Again, none of these storms are warned yet. If we take a look at the velocity inside of them, it's gusty for sure, but we're not seeing anything reaching severe limits quite yet. So that is a good thing. I was looking at a little bit of rotation earlier in this area. It looks like there still might be a tad bit of rotation right there, but nothing that would warrant a tornado warning at this time. We're also seeing some more gusty winds down into Jackson County with this storm as well right now. The Virgins area likely getting some rain, maybe some pea-sized hail as this storm continues to move in. All right, let's take a look at this storm we continue to track down in southeastern Missouri. A little bit of a tighter rotation on that most recent update. Still not thinking we've got a tornado on the ground with this, but unless they've gone with that. Oh, yes, we do. All right, so that's not good. We have a tornado on the ground. This is a weather spotter confirmed tornado along Highway 91 in Advance, Missouri. So we have a confirmed tornado on the ground, and folks, it is heading right for Delta, Missouri, who was just devastated by a tornado 2 days ago. So man, this is, if you know anyone that was impacted by that tornado in Delta, Missouri, please and they have no power, I believe, right now as well. So make sure you are keeping in touch with them, letting them know to get in their safe spot. A very large hail and a confirmed tornado on the ground right now is heading towards the Delta, Missouri area as we speak. And right now, this is on the exact same line that the tornado was 2 days ago, right along literally the exact same highway. And that is the same cell that moved on into the Cape Girardeau area and eventually into southern Illinois. Okay, a little bit of good news on that most recent update. The rotation not looking quite as tight, but we definitely could probably still be seeing a tornado on the ground here. Let's take a look at the winds inside of that storm. Still looking, if we do have a tornado on the ground, it's not a very strong one, at least at this point. But nevertheless, it is a tornado confirmed by weather spotters just about 2 or 3 minutes ago. Let's take a look at this storm back here as well near Doniphan, Missouri. Again, this is and now we have another tornado warning issued back into Arkansas. So this is the area I'm concerned with. Again, seeing some tornadoes over the next hour to 2 hours. That includes everywhere south of Illinois 13 and southern Illinois, as well as areas that were impacted by tornadoes just a couple days ago. So this is a very similar, I won't say a similar tornado event, but this is a very similar area of tornadoes, possible tornadoes that we're going to be tracking tonight as we did 2 days ago. All right, so again, this is moving, just for if you're just joining us, it is 7:25 p.m. and we do have a confirmed tornado on the ground in southeastern Missouri. This is about 20 miles out from crossing the Mississippi River. This would be moving into the Cape Girardeau area. Let's go ahead and put a track on this. This will be moving into the Cape Girardeau area probably within the next 15 minutes or so. Yeah, I'd say probably about 7:40 p.m. That's when this cell would be moving into Cape Girardeau. Let's take off the storm track and let's look at the, let's switch back to, let's look at correlation coefficient. Make sure we don't have any debris in that. I doubt it. We don't have any showing up yet. Very large hail, though, on the northern edge of this storm. That's something that, whether we have a tornado or not, we're going to be concerned with as this moves into southern Illinois. So again, this is moving right along Highway 91 in Advance, Missouri, and this is a confirmed tornado on the ground by spotters with hail up to baseball-sized in this storm. So this tornado warnings for Bollinger, Cape Girardeau, Scott, and Stoddard County in southeastern Missouri. This tornado now about 17 miles away from crossing the Mississippi River. Looks like we're seeing not as tight of rotation in that most recent update, so that's a very good sign. Again, and if you're just joining us, this is I just mentioned this about 10 minutes ago. This is the warm front right now. Areas south of the warm front have the best chance for seeing a tornado. Areas north have a lower chance. So what's happening is this storm in particular, as it continues to the northeast, is going to be riding along this warm front. So it's going to be battling between cold and warm air. So if this continues to hold together, we could kind of be seeing a battle zone between on the ground 1 second, lifted the next, on the ground again, lifted the next. So that might be what we're might be seeing with this storm. So do not let your guard down. If you live in the southern Illinois area, be keeping a close eye on this storm as it moves into southern Illinois. New severe thunderstorm warning, as I mentioned, for the Doniphan, Missouri area. We'll keep our eyes on that storm. No other severe thunderstorm warnings issued yet, but again, if you live in Jefferson, Franklin, Jackson, Perry counties, you need to be on the lookout for some very, very heavy rainfall moving in over the next 15 to 30 minutes or so. That's already moving into areas of Perry County, and that'll be moving into the Jefferson County area here in just a moment. Wouldn't be shocked if we have some hail right now north of DuQuoin, likely some small hail, also some hail north of Pinckneyville, Waltonville, and Mount Vernon is going to be impacted by this within the next 15 minutes or so. kind of seeing a lull in the activity in this area. So it might be a while before we see some storms move into, say, Carbondale, Marion, West Frankfort, those areas. But storms are already going to be moving into the Jefferson County area. And again, these storms are elevated, so there's no tornado threat with these storms in Jefferson County. So that is some good news for those of you who live north of Route 13. Let's take another look at this storm here in southeastern Missouri. This is still with an observed tag on it, so still treating this as a confirmed tornado on the ground. And another good update there with the most recent run, the velocity inside the storm, we're seeing it a little bit weaker now at that most recent update. So that's some good news. Again, this is moving into the Delta, Missouri area. This is right along Highway 91 is where this tornado was confirmed near Advance. And it is just about 16 miles out from the Mississippi River now. And it is moving. Let's see how fast this is moving. This is moving at 40 miles per hour. So not as fast as we saw a couple days ago, but this is going to be moving at 40 miles per hour. So that gives you a good idea for those math whizzes out there when this storm might be moving into southern Illinois. Keep an eye on these storms over here, kind of behind this storm. We could see some more tornado warnings with these storms if they hold together. But hopefully what we're hoping for is this warm front stays to the south here, and these storms kind of have to battle with the cool air. That would diminish the tornado threat in southern Illinois, and that would be a good sign. So we're keeping a close eye on these storms right now as they approach the Mississippi River. Zooming back on out for a second, here's kind of the broader picture. Again, areas to the north of Illinois 13 would have the best chance of seeing more in the way of hail, very heavy rainfall. Not too concerned with tornadoes in those areas. Areas further south, right here, that's the area we're still watching in far south Illinois for some possible tornadic activity over the next couple hours. But let's hope this is the only tornado warning we see near our area, and most recent update on that is, okay, yeah, good. They've switched it back to a radar indicated tag now. So we're seeing not as tight of rotation. This is no longer a confirmed tornado on the ground moving into the Delta, Missouri area. All right, so once again, if you're just joining us, it is just after 7:30, and we continue to track the potential for some severe thunderstorms tonight in southern Illinois. Right now, we have no tornado warnings in effect for southern Illinois itself, but we're keeping our eye on one tornado-warned storm going to be crossing the Mississippi River here in about 10 to 15 minutes. That would impact the Union County area if it does hold together. I will say, as of right now, looking like this storm is getting a little bit more swallowed up with the line of storms behind it, so that is a good sign as we track these further to the northeast. So this is moving right into the Delta, Missouri area right now that was impacted by that tornado just a couple days ago. Hopefully people in that area, regardless if there's a tornado on the ground still or not, need to be getting into their shelter. And again, this is going to be tracking on a line through Delta, south of Dutchtown, hopefully south of Cape Girardeau, literally the exact path we saw with that tornado 2 days ago. Going to be tracking likely south of Cape Girardeau and crossing the Mississippi River near McClure and east Cape Girardeau, again, if this holds together. Let's hope it doesn't. I'd say odds are in our favor right now. It doesn't. But we're going to keep a very close eye on that. Again, for those of you who live further north, further north into southern Illinois, you're going to be seeing more of a hail and wind threat I don't think we're going to see widespread damaging winds with this system, which that is some good news, but you certainly could be seeing some large hail in some areas. I do think we're probably, as in the most recent update with this storm moving into Jefferson County, we're seeing not quite as vibrant colors on the most recent update for that. So hopefully that means we're not seeing much hail in that storm. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Either way, probably some very heavy flooding rainfall moving into this area in the next few minutes or so. Let's go ahead and put the flash flood warnings back on the map. And I'm going to switch it over to something where we're not going to be seeing. So that shows you, ignore the actual background here, but this shows you the areas that are already under flash flood warnings. So that is Jefferson County, Perry County, and those are the only two counties in our coverage area, but Randolph County also included in a severe thunderstorm, or excuse me, a flash flood warning right now as well. I do expect Jackson, Franklin, Williamson, and all the rest of southern Illinois to be likely issued under flash flood warnings later on tonight. All right, let's take another look at this storm down in southeastern Missouri. Looks like we might have some tighter rotation on that most recent update. This is, once again, moving right into the Delta, Missouri area. Right there is where the tornado would be. Let's go ahead and turn off the flash flood warnings so we don't get confused with severe thunderstorm warnings. This is going to be moving. Let's see. This is going to be moving again on a northeasterly track. This is just about, a little bit tighter now. This is about 13 miles away from crossing the Mississippi River. Seeing some tighter rotation in that storm now. We'll see if we can get confirmation if there is, in fact, a tornado on the ground in that storm. Again, this was a confirmed tornado just about 10 minutes ago. Now it's back to radar indicated, and we're going to see if we can't get confirmation again. Let's take a look at the winds inside of this. I'm not seeing anything overly concerning in this. This certainly is not as strong so far as the cell we saw on Friday, or excuse me, on Wednesday now. So again, this area further to the south is another area that we're watching. We'll keep a close eye on this storm. That's going to be tracking to the northeast into still quite a ways away from southern Illinois. That storm's still 70 miles away. That could impact areas of far south southern Illinois if it holds together. This storm, if it holds together, would likely impact Union County and Johnson County, and maybe eventually areas of Williamson and Saline County. Boy, let's hope this doesn't get on the ground again, because this is so far taking the exact same path that we had a tornado take just 2 days ago. It's right over Delta, Missouri right now. Hopefully there's no tornado on the ground with this. Again, this is just a possible tornado right now that was confirmed just about 10 minutes ago over Delta, Missouri. Going to be moving on a line right into Delta and along the highway there that moves from Delta, Missouri into Cape Girardeau. Starting to get concerned also, just taking a wider view here with some very heavy rainfall in this area too. Again, flash flooding rainfall. That's why I think those flash flood warnings will be issued for more areas over the next couple minutes or so as these storms cross the Mississippi River. About the same update there with the rotation in that storm as we saw just a second ago. This is going to be tracking into the Dutchtown area now. So this is likely moved through Delta, now tracking into Dutchtown, Missouri, which that is just about 12 miles away from Cape Girardeau. And that is about 17 miles away from McClure. So far we have no confirmation, again, of a tornado on the ground with that storm. We're going to keep a close eye on it. Again, very heavy rainfall moving into the Jefferson County area right now. Let's take a look at that. Again, just a couple frames ago, we had some likely pretty large hail in the Nashville area. Now probably seeing some pretty large hail developing up near Centralia, and maybe some smaller hail right now moving into the Mount Vernon area. So zoom into that. Yeah, right near Woodlawn, Waltonville. Very heavy rainfall and some likely at least pea-sized hail moving into the Mount Vernon area right now. So FYI, if you are in that area, you need to be keeping a close eye on that. You are not under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. No one is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Other than a flash flood warning, no one in Southern Illinois is under a warning as of yet. We're continuing to keep a close eye on this storm. That would be crossing the Mississippi River. And okay, there's a little bit tighter rotation now on that most recent update. All right, so once again, this is on a northeasterly track. If you're just joining us, I'm going to give you a wider picture as we approach the about 7:40 p.m. So we're the only tornado warned cell right now we're tracking is still in southeastern Missouri. This cell is just about 10 to 15 miles away from crossing the Mississippi River. We are going to be having a line of very heavy rain and storms moving into southern Illinois over the next 30 minutes to an hour. Lots of lightning in these storms as well, especially with this one up in Jefferson County. Man, look at all that lightning with this storm. This is definitely a big lightning producer, and likely some hail, as I mentioned, moving into Mount Vernon. Oh, yeah, definitely some hail likely with that storm moving just north of Waltonville. So if you live in Mount Vernon, make sure you're being indoors. You might be seeing some hail moving in over the next few minutes. You are not under a severe thunderstorm warning as of right now. Likely seeing some hail. Oh, yeah, definitely some large hail here south of Centralia. That's a very strong hail signature picking up with that storm. And we just had a new tornado warning that has been issued. This is for portions of Union and Alexander County, and this still has the radar indicated tag on it. So we have a tornado warning now issued for portions of southern Illinois. This includes northern Alexander and southern Union County. We're going to put this warning out on our social media, and we'll follow up with you in just a couple seconds as we get this put out. All right, so once again, we have a tornado warning for those of you who are watching right now that has just been issued for portions of Alexander and Union County until 8:30 p.m. This is moving into the Cape Girardeau area and following the same path as a tornado that we saw just a couple days ago. This is for radar indicated rotation and 1-inch hail. This is quarter-sized hail, I should say. This is including the communities of Anna, and northwestern Alexander County, so that would be McClure. You need to be getting into your shelter if you live in the McClure area. This would also be including Mill Creek and Anna, as well as East Cape Girardeau. So East Cape, McClure, Mill Creek, and Anna, you need to be getting into your safe spot as you are under a tornado warning that goes until 8:30 p.m. So we have a tornado warning in effect, northern Alexander and southwestern Union County, Mill Creek, Anna, McClure, and East Cape Girardeau, some of the communities that are included in this warning. Again, that's until 8:30 p.m. So be seeking shelter. This has produced a tornado confirmed by weather spotters just about 10 minutes ago, and this is moving into the Cape Girardeau, Missouri area at about 40 to 45 miles per hour. This will be crossing the Mississippi River in let's see, just about 7 miles away from crossing the Mississippi River. So be getting into your safe spots, certainly if you live in East Cape or McClure. This is going to be crossing the Mississippi River here soon. Latest update, not quite as tight of rotation on that, so that's some good news. This storm in particular is battling right along a warm front. There's a warm front right in this area, and as this moves further to the east, there's the potential that this storm could feed on more of that moisture down in this area. So that's why we're going to have to keep a very close eye on this storm as it moves into southern Illinois. Another storm keeping a close eye on back here. This is a severe thunderstorm warning. That's still back near Doniphan, Missouri. If that holds together and eventually becomes tornado warned, that would impact Alexander and Pulaski counties probably within an hour or so. That's still too far away to tell, though. We'll keep a close eye on it. Seeing some very gusty winds back here near Puxico and Zalma, Missouri. That's going to be following up this tornado warned storm as it crosses the Mississippi River into southern Illinois. So again, tornado warning if you're just joining us, 7:45 p.m. in effect till 8:30 for northern Alexander and southwestern Union County. That is until 8:30 p.m. If you live in these areas, you need to be taking shelter now. East Cape, Mill Creek, Anna, you need to be in your safe spot. You are all included in this tornado warning. Let's take a look at the velocity once again inside of this storm. And, okay, we're getting a little bit more. Okay, we got a 67 mile per hour wind reading on that. So that's near the highest wind reading at least we've seen on radar. Again, you can't always take what the radar says for wind readings exactly to heart because sometimes it's just not correct. But this just gives us a good idea of some of the winds inside of the storm. This is what the radar is saying. Let's go ahead and very quickly take a look at this storm up near Mount Vernon. Again, this is not warned right now, but some small, I'd say probably quarter to golf ball size hail in some areas. Now, I don't think everyone's going to see golf ball size hail, but definitely some hail, I'd say, with this storm moving into Jefferson County. If you know anyone who lives in Jefferson County, make sure they're at least inside, not necessarily needing to seek shelter from any wind or tornado threat, but at least indoors, because we do have some hail likely moving into Jefferson County right now. If we could get any reports out of the Woodlawn or Waltonville area, that would be appreciated if we do have any hail with that storm. All right, so this is going to be moving into the Cape Girardeau area right now. This is just about 6 miles now from crossing the Mississippi River. This is moving into the Cape Girardeau and East Cape Girardeau area. Same exact spots we saw that tornado just a couple days ago in portions of Union, Johnson, Saline, and Williamson County. And those surveys, I did have some questions today, just really quick, as far as the survey goes in Union County. That has been completed. They confirmed an EF1 and an EF0 tornado yesterday in Union County, and then they're still waiting to survey the two storms that went through Johnson and Williamson counties. So they have not yet confirmed. The National Weather Service has not yet confirmed tornadoes with those storms, but they are going out for surveys and actually requested some of our drone footage from those areas to complete those surveys tomorrow today. So again, tornado warning in effect for this storm. This expires at 8:30. We have a possible tornado moving into the Cape Girardeau area. This still has a radar indicated tag. I have heard that there is possibly unconfirmed reports of a funnel cloud moving into the Cape Girardeau area. So whether this is on the ground or not, there are reports now that this is in fact producing a funnel cloud as it moves towards Cape Girardeau. I'm going to go ahead and put the track on this for just a moment. I'm going to step away for a moment while we continue to track this storm. And again, Northern Alexander and Union County, you're under a tornado warning until 8:30 with this storm. All right, so again, this is the only tornado warning we currently have for Southern Illinois, the only severe storm warning we have at all for any area of Southern Illinois. Sydney, thank you for your report over on Facebook. We're also getting some other reports on YouTube out of Jefferson County right now. Severe rain and thunder, lightning in Woodlawn right now. No hail yet as far as I see. So that is some good news. Hopefully we're not seeing it. I think if we do see any hail with that storm, it shouldn't be too significant, but there is certainly some indication we could be seeing some hail with that storm in Jefferson County right now. Definitely maybe north of Mount Vernon, might be seeing some hail right there as well. So very heavy rainfall. I'm concerned with flash flooding in the Jefferson County area, likely ongoing right now. Let's look at the total accumulation. Again, we already saw some water rescues in this area a couple days ago, so we'll keep a close eye on that. But I really want to turn all of our attention to this tornado warning right now because that is the most important, as we do have a possible tornado moving into the Cape Girardeau area. Again, this is now, excuse me, this is now just about 5 to 6 miles out from crossing the Mississippi River. Tornado warning in effect for Northern Alexander and Union County. That goes until 8:30 p.m. for radar indicated rotation. All right, so let's take a look at this storm one more time. We have still a radar indicated tornado with this storm. This is for radar indicated rotation, and this is moving into the Cape Girardeau area right now as we speak. So we could be seeing a tornado with this storm. Rotation not looking quite as tight as it did just a little while ago, but still seeing 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts being picked up by radar. We'll see if this can get a little bit tighter. If it does not, that is good news. If it does, that is not good news, as we could definitely be having a tornado on the ground. We do have now confirmed reports of a funnel cloud moving into the Cape Girardeau area. So we'll keep a close eye on that. And okay, most recent update, that's not good. That has increased the winds as that in that most recent update. So let's take a closer look at this. Make sure we're not seeing anything. Okay, so yeah, we might have a tornado on the ground. There's a 74-mile-per-hour wind. We might have a tornado on the ground with this. This hopefully is going to move just north of Cape Girardeau because it's going on this track. So this might just miss McClure, but just because I say that, stay in your shelter if you're under a tornado warning. But this is moving into the Cape Girardeau area now. This is I'll say likely tornado here with this now based off that most recent radar update, and just a few miles away from crossing the Mississippi River. Anna, this is still about 20 miles away from you, so yeah, you need to at least be seeking shelter because you are technically in that warning. So we do say seek shelter if you're in a warning, but this is still 20 miles away from you, so you still have some lead time. Cape Girardeau, you don't have any lead time. This is moving into your area right now. McClure, your area, especially just north of McClure, you still have about 7 to 8 miles before this moves towards you. So you still have some lead time with this storm as it moves into northern Alexander and extreme southern Union County. All right, let's take a look at this area right here is going to be seeing a break. So Williamson County, Jackson County, not going to be seeing any rain for quite a bit. Seeing some flooding rain still up near Jefferson County right now, so we're going to keep a close eye on that, but no other warnings in effect right now for southern Illinois. New severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued for Poplar Bluff, Puxico, Advance, and Zalman, Missouri. This is right behind this tornado warning storm. So this is the severe thunderstorm warning right here. That has just been issued for Puxico, Advance, and the Zalma area. That is going to eventually track into southern Illinois. So if you live in that area of that box I've just made, so Dongola, Olin, Mounds, Olmsted, Cairo, Tams, Anna, all of those areas need to be on alert for rapidly changing weather conditions over the next 30 to 45 minutes as we track this these line of storms moving into your area. All right, most recent update, still seeing wind gusts registered over 70 miles per hour with this, hopefully moving just to the north of Cape Girardeau. It looks like if we do have a tornado with this, it'd be moving just north of Cape Girardeau, going to be crossing the Mississippi River here, and right in that little area where it kind of bends. So technically going to be crossing the Mississippi River in about 8 miles now based off its trajectory that it's taking. So this would, based off this trajectory, I'm becoming not as concerned with McClure itself, but north of McClure I am. So Union County, Alexander County might avoid the brunt of this, but Union County needs to be getting, especially areas in southwestern Union County, you need to be getting into your safe spot. And now we have confirmation of a tornado on the ground. Okay, so we have a tornado on the ground confirmed. This is near Gordonville, ping pong ball sized hail. This was confirmed at 7:52 p.m., located near Gordonville, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Again, Gordonville is right here, and this storm is now right here. So this was confirmed just about 4 minutes ago in Gordonville, and so we do have a confirmed tornado on the ground here with this storm as it moves into Union County. A confirmed tornado with this storm as it moves into Union County. Okay, so most recent update, yeah, we have, I'd say we definitely still have a tornado on the ground with this based off the wind speeds that we are seeing in this. So that's pretty concerning. We do have a tornado approaching the Mississippi River. Let's put out another advisory on that on our socials for those who are not viewing this video live. All right, so again, we had a confirmed tornado just about 5 minutes ago in Gordonville, Missouri. This is moving between Jackson and Cape Girardeau, and it's going to be crossing the Mississippi River momentarily. Put this out on our socials right now. And again, that tornado warning in effect for Alexander and Union County till 8:30. All right, so once again, this is a confirmed tornado for those of you just joining us as we approach the top of the hour. We have a confirmed tornado that has been reported moving into the Union County area, particularly in southwest Union County. If you're in this area, you need to take shelter now. This was confirmed near Gordonville, Missouri, and this is going to be crossing the Mississippi River momentarily. We have a very broad area right there of some very gusty winds around this storm as well. So this is going to be crossing the Mississippi River here in just a few moments. It's right in that area where it kind of curves and makes that little bend right there in the river into Union County. So this is the area that tornado is moving into right now. All right, so it looks like this could be moving a little bit further now. Let's look at the winds in that. Oh yeah, could definitely be seeing a tornado. Hopefully not an extremely strong one, but certainly I'd say still seeing a tornado on the ground. This is moving around a little bit. So this is now, again, this was on a track from Delta. Okay, we have a new tornado warning that has just been issued. Yeah. And that confirms what I just was talking about. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be... We need to update our location on that advisory we just put out on social media. So this is going to be moving into Union County right now, and we have a new tornado warning that's been issued for Union County for an observed confirmed tornado on the ground. This is a weather spotter's confirmed tornado. This has been spotted. This is near, let's see, where was this spotted at? Near Jackson, Missouri. Okay, so this was a confirmed tornado on the ground by weather spotters moving into the Union County area right now. If you live in Union County, you need to be getting into your safe spot. We have a confirmed tornado moving into your area right now. We have multiple areas. If we take a closer look at this, we've got multiple areas of possible rotation now in this. There's another area down here actually in Cape Girardeau. Yeah, an 88 mile per hour wind gust on that. So there's some, we're definitely seeing some, we now have two areas of rotation. We have this area right here. We could have two confirmed tornadoes with this. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that's a possibility. We've got very strong rotation right now right over Cape Girardeau, and we also have a tornado possible, or a confirmed tornado here near Jackson, Missouri, up on the north end of this. So we have two areas of rotation. So if you live in anywhere in Union County, you need to be getting into your safe spot. Anna, Cobden, Alto Pass. This is just about 14 miles away from your location. So be getting into your safe spot. You are included in this tornado warning. This has, let's take a look at this near Cape Girardeau. So yeah, we've had two confirmed tornadoes now. This is, yeah, we have two confirmed tornadoes. We need to put this out right away as well. We have two confirmed tornadoes now moving into right into the Mississippi River area. Going to be crossing into Union County here momentarily. We have two confirmed tornadoes, again, moving into this area. We now have two active tornado warnings that needs updated on our graphic. Again, If you live in the path of these storms, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. We have 2 tornado warnings currently issued for the Union County area. Let's track this storm cell out just a little bit. I know we get a lot of questions of, is it going to hit me? This storm was moving more on and it might partially be because of this warm front, but this storm was moving on a path kind of like this, very similar to what we saw with that cell just a couple days ago. But instead, it's kind of moved on this path, and now it's kind of moving this direction. So if this holds together, this could impact the Cobden area, Goreville, Krill Springs, Marion, maybe even as far north as Carterville if this continues on the track it is. So you need to be keeping an eye on this storm. This storm is still about 35 miles out, so you have a ways to go, but be keeping a close eye on this storm as we have 2 tornado warnings in effect with 2 confirmed tornadoes over the past couple minutes or so. So still seeing some, 85. Look at that. We got 85 mile per hour wind gusts there recorded. So this is literally just a few miles, just about to cross the Mississippi River into Union County. So right along Route 3, right where Route 3 and Route 127 joins together, this is where this tornado is going to be moving into. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground moving into the Route 3 and Route 127. Correct me if I'm wrong. My radar here does not show highway numbers, so that's not a good thing. But we do have 2 confirmed tornadoes with this storm. We got 85 mile per hour winds recorded in this, 79. We definitely have, and we have multiple areas of very strong wind. Oh my goodness, 105 there. Yeah, we certainly have a tornado on the ground. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you live in Union County, you need to be getting into your safe spot right now. We have a large and extremely dangerous tornado, possibly 2 of them, moving into Union County right now. We've had 2 confirmed tornadoes. I just don't know why I say possibly, as I don't know exactly if this is still 1 tornado or 2, because they're so close together. But we have 1 tornado confirmed, possibly 2 tornadoes moving into the Union County area right now. You need to be getting into your shelter if you live in Union County. Yes, 146. Thank you, Jay, on Facebook. Again, if I get those I know Route 3, but if I get those numbers mixed up, please let me know. It's the highway that merges off from Anna into Route 3. Okay, so this is, we're seeing some very strong winds now in this, over 100 miles per hour. Very concerning. We have a tornado on the ground heading towards Union County. This is crossing the Mississippi River right now. So again, we have a confirmed tornado crossing the Mississippi River. Okay, so we have a confirmed tornado that is moving into Union County. It is now 8:06 p.m. If you're just joining us, we are live right now because we have a confirmed tornado crossing the Mississippi River now officially into the southern Illinois area. We technically have 2 tornado warnings in effect, although this really could be counted as 1 because of how wide of an area this is. But yeah, this is, anytime we look for rotation, we look for that hook, and we're starting to see more of a hook on this storm as it moves into Union County, which is not a good sign. If we track this storm out, this would be moving into, that's not a very good track on that. This would be moving into, again, this is wobbled around a lot, so don't take this line for exact, but this would be moving into Cobden. This would be moving into Cobden within about 15 miles from now, and this would be moving into Williamson County if it holds together about 30 miles. So you still have a ways to go before this moves into Williamson County or maybe even Johnson County. But if it does move into those areas, this would be right along the I-24, I-57 split, right in that area. So be keeping a close eye on this. Let's go to our standby graphic for a second because I need to pull up our camera in Anna. So we're going to go to our standby graphic, and we're going to pull up. We're not going away. We're going to pull up our camera in Anna so you can get an idea of what it looks like in that area. Again, this is from our ProTech Fiber Skycam network. And let's see what we've got. Ooh, it's going to be difficult to see tonight because of all the fog. We already have a ton of fog. That's another thing. These tornadoes are going to be hard to see because we have a lot of fog in the area already. So this is very, very dangerous. This could also be rain-wrapped, possibly, but no matter what, the fog is going to prevent you from seeing this, and it's already nighttime, so this is not the type of tornado you need to be going outside trying to take a look at. You need to be in, well, you don't need to be taking a look at any tornado, but you need to be in your basement, definitely with this. This is not going to be able to be seen. We saw this exact same thing in Cape Girardeau just a couple days ago as it crossed the Mississippi River. You remember those photos of those big, wide wall clouds we showed you, those big downbursts. That big thing you saw on your screen, that was not the tornado. That was the rain wrapping around the tornado. So they're very hard to see, especially this time of night, and that's why you need to be in your shelter. Let's go back to the radar and take a look at the most recent update, see if we can't get secondary confirmation on this. So yeah, crossing the Mississippi River right now. This is a tornado with wind gusts over 80 miles per hour recorded by the Paducah radar site. With this, it was recording over 100 in some areas. Now we got over 70. It was recording over 100 mile per hour winds just a few moments ago. But we have a confirmed tornado moving into the Union County area right now. 91 mile per hour wind gusts recorded right there. All right, sorry, we had our standby graphic up there for a second. I meant to have that radar up. So this is, let's take a look at this tornado once again. Again, we have reports of over 90 mile per hour winds right there in this cell right here that has a confirmed tornado crossing the Mississippi River as we speak. If you live in Wolf Lake, Illinois, you need to be in your shelter. We have a confirmed tornado heading towards your area right now. We have a confirmed tornado moving into the Wolf Lake area right now, crossing the Mississippi River. If you have any reports, please send us. Do not send it directly to our breaking news line. Please send it to us on our Facebook Messenger if you have any storm reports to pass along, or send them in the comments section. Do not send photos in the comments section. We can't see them that way. But if you have reports, send those in the comments on both Facebook and YouTube. If you have any confirmed photos, please send those to us on our Facebook Messenger. We would appreciate that. But again, this is not the storm you need to be going out trying to find. I'm talking about damage photos, or if you've heard anything from your friends or family that are in the path of this storm. So we have, again, confirmed tornado, 91 mile per hour winds are recorded on radar. This is crossing the Mississippi River, moving into the Wolf Lake area. If you live in Alto Pass, I can't stress this enough. You need to be in your safe spot. This is moving right on a track for you. And let's take a look at the most recent update. Let's see, on our most recent update on that, that's a good update there. We're not seeing quite as heavy winds in that, but still concerning, but maybe not quite as heavy winds right as that cross the Mississippi River. And again, the Mississippi River does not kill tornadoes, so don't think just because we had a difference in the wind gust there, that's what it's doing. That's not true. But we are seeing over 60 mile per hour winds still in this storm. We could still definitely have a tornado on the ground. Again, if you live in Alto Pass, you need to be into your safe spot right now. Let's take a look at the winds on the south side of this storm. 51, 62, 67. Yeah, still very, very gusty winds. 79 there. So, yeah, this is a very concerning storm cell. Alto Pass, Cobden, Anna Jonesboro. I think this will move just north of Anna Jonesboro. But stay in your shelter. You're too close for comfort with this storm. You need to be in your shelter. This is moving into the Union County area now. Additionally, we have very strong winds with this back behind this warning. These winds are just about 10 miles from moving over the Mississippi River. So, we're seeing some very gusty winds behind this on the south side of this storm. Really quickly, let's take a look at the big picture right now. And yeah, not seeing too much. That storm's kind of died down as it moves into the Fairfield area, but this is the main storm we are tracking and continue to track into Union County. We have a tornado that was reported on the ground just a few minutes ago with this storm that's moving into the Union County area. Okay, so as of the most recent update, we have one confirmed tornado warning. That is with the rotation we've seen a little bit further to the north. We also have radar indicated rotation now with the cell to the south. So we still likely have a tornado on the ground with this storm moving into Union County. .79-mile-per-hour winds now recorded in this. So this is heading towards the Alto Pass and Cobden area. If you live in Alto Pass or Cobden, you need to be getting into your safe spot. Wouldn't be shocked if we have a new tornado warning that is going to be issued here momentarily for portions of Williamson County. Macanda, you need to be having your eyes on this. Pomona, you need to be having your eyes on this. This is a confirmed tornado that is moving into the Alto Pass area. So Cobden, Alto Pass, Macanda, you need to be, even though Alto Pass and Macanda is not included in this warning yet, I anticipate a new warning to be issued here momentarily. You need to be getting into your safe spot. Anna, you also need to be in your safe spot, although this is now back to radar indicated. This is still very, very heavy wind gusts moving into your area. Whether it's a tornado or not, you need to be in your safe spot. 79-mile-per-hour winds, again, recorded now on that most recent update. Could have winds over that. In fact, I thought I just saw something. Maybe not. But again, we just kind of scan the area to see if we have any major winds in this. But right now, okay, we just got another update. Looks to be maybe a good one, but I don't want to speak too soon. Rotation a little bit not as tight now with that most recent update, so that's some good news. Still seeing 71-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 70. So, yeah, don't take this continue to take this seriously. We're probably going to see a new tornado warning come out here momentarily. If we did have a tornado still on the ground, it'd be right here in that area. So moving into, again, the Alto Pass and Cobden area, eventually Macanda. This is still about 12 miles out from Macanda. This is still about 6 miles out from Alto Pass and about 8 miles out from Cobden. But if you're in these areas, you need to be getting into your shelter now, as we have what has been and could continue to be a confirmed tornado on the ground moving into your area. Again, this is a very similar look that we had to the tornado that moved through just a couple days ago. Still waiting to see if we have a new warning issued on this. We definitely should, but I'm not positive. They might be waiting for one more radar scan before because we have seen a decrease in the rotation as of the most recent update. For those of you north of this storm, Franklin County, you are not in any threat right now. Williamson County, not yet. Jackson County could be, I'd say, primarily south of Murphy and Carbondale. If you live in Pomona, McCanda, those areas, you are under the threat for this storm. If this continues the track it's on right now, this will be moving into probably the Marion area within about 30 miles or so. Again, you're not under a warning. You don't need to take shelter yet, but keep a very close eye on this storm, as this could be moving into the Williamson County area eventually if it holds together. All right, another good look on that most recent update. Again, we still have 72-mile-per-hour winds being picked up in that, but if we did have a tornado still on the ground, it'd be right there, moving into the Alto Pass area. So make sure you are taking shelter if you live in Alto Pass. Very strong winds behind this now picking up. Man, getting more and more concerned with this kind of line that's developing, that's going to be moving, that's going to be moving into southern Illinois probably within the next 10 minutes or so. So if you live in Alexander County, in fact, we had a new severe thunderstorm warning that's just been issued for portions of extreme western Alexander County. That includes East Cape, Thebes, and Commerce. That is in effect until 8:45 p.m. Has a possible tornado tag on it. We could still see some spin-ups along this line as well, so we'll keep a close eye on that. Still no new tornado warning issued with this storm. Hopefully this continues to diminish as it moves into greater populated areas, but that's kind of the track it would be taking if it continues on the route it is right now. Okay, they've moved this now back to a radar-indicated threat, so no longer an observed threat, but a radar-indicated rotation now moving into the Alto Pass area. We'll keep a close eye on this. We're waiting to see if we get another warning on this. We're going to put out we'll see if we have a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning on this. Again, the rotation has weakened significantly as of those most recent updates. We'll see what we get. Again, this tornado warning that's currently in effect expires at 8:30 in about 9 minutes. So we'll keep a close eye on that. We could certainly, oh yeah, we're seeing some very strong winds along this line moving into the Cape Girardeau area. This is just about 6 miles from crossing the Mississippi River. So very strong winds with this line now about to cross the Mississippi River into southern Illinois. Wouldn't be shocked. Oh yeah, we're not seeing near as much rotation as we did. I think they're probably going to drop the tornado warning. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, but they're probably going to drop the tornado warning now for that storm that had the confirmed tornado on it. Still going to keep a very close eye on it, but we'll see what they do. If they do something within the next few minutes or so, we'll get that to you right away. I've not seen a new warning issued yet, so that makes me think there's not as much concern from the Weather Service as we had a few moments ago. Still picking up over 50-mile-per-hour winds in this, so I would say they're probably definitely going to issue at least a severe, and there it is. They have issued a severe thunderstorm warning now for, we got to get this out, for southern, or I'll just say for Jackson and northern Union County. So the tornado warning for Union County has expired. A severe thunderstorm warning is now in effect for Jackson and Union counties. I believe this probably would have a possible tornado tag on it. It does. So it still has the possible tornado tag on it. So still a good idea to maybe be seeking shelter. We just had another update there with maybe a little bit more rotation. 70-mile-per-hour winds still. Again, this could be a little bit of a radar lag there, but I don't know. We have some rotation there that we could still be seeing something at least trying to reach the ground, moving into the Pomona area. Also looking at this near Anna Jonesboro. Okay. Sometimes when it gets really foggy like this, at nights like this, the radar can have a problem picking up some of the winds in these. But so that's the reason we might be seeing some false, like for example, this says 80 miles per hour, but this is out ahead of where any tornado would be. So sometimes you have to take the wind speeds with a grain of salt in this. All right, so again, severe thunderstorm warning. We still have technically 2 tornado warnings in effect, but those are going to be allowed to expire. Could be seeing some rotation eventually with this line. This is about to barrel right into Cape Girardeau. Maybe a little bit of rotation with this. Maybe a little bit along this line. We'll keep a close eye on it. So that's going to be moving over the Mississippi River momentarily. And yeah, we're going to be seeing some strong storms moving into southern Illinois over the next few minutes. I'd say 10 to 15 minutes or so, crossing the Mississippi River. Jackson County already getting some of this. Perry County is going to be getting some of this. This is going to be moving into Franklin, Williamson, Johnson, Pulaski counties over the next 30 to 45 minutes. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning is currently in effect for portions of Jackson and Union County, as well as portions of Alexander County. We're going to stay on here as long as tornado warnings remain in effect. And just because of the rotation we're seeing in that storm further north, we're going to still stay on here, because I wouldn't be shocked if maybe another warning gets issued eventually as this moves into southern Illinois. Again, if you have any reports, please be sure to pass those along in the comments section. Let's see if we have any reports on our social media. Not seeing anything so far. If you know anyone who lives in this area, we do appreciate any reports you might have. Again, the tornado warning is likely going to be allowed to expire. It expires in 4 minutes. And then we're going to see a line of very strong winds that could have some isolated areas of rotation moving in once this warning expires. Yeah, this is looking like it's definitely seeing some significantly less rotation now, which is a good thing. Okay, so again, this is right here moving into the Pomona area, nowhere near as much rotation as we've seen earlier. But again, this area right here, there's a warm front currently in the region that has been moving north all day, right around that area. And points further north, any tornadic cells that move into those areas, they're moving into a less stable environment. But anywhere further south of that line in this area, we're still going to have to monitor for some tornado warnings, especially along this line right here. This is still under severe thunderstorm warnings right now, but we could certainly see some more tornado warnings with this in Alexander, Union, Johnson, and Massac counties as this moves further east. So we're going to see if they do allow these 2 warnings to expire. Again, those will expire here in just about 2 minutes in Union County. We will see what they do. I would assume they'll allow them to expire. The second those expire, we're not going to go off of this video, but we're just going to switch it to normal radar. but we'll come back on if there is another tornado warning issued. But again, right now we just have 2 warnings in effect, expected to expire in about 2 minutes or so. Still have the possible tornado tag with this severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Carbondale, Gorham, Pomona, Cobden, and Anna. That's in effect till 9 o'clock p.m., and that includes a possible tornado tag with hail around 1 inch. Although I don't think we're seeing too much hail in this. All right. So, most recent update. Ooh, that's not good. Whew, okay. Man, all right, they're going to come out. They're going to have to come out with a new tornado warning here based off what I just saw in that. If you live in Pomona, get in your safe spot now. We might have a tornado on the ground here. Radar is wanting to pick up 130. Whew. We're not going to, again, sometimes it can... man, that's almost undebatable, though. Pomona, you need to be getting into your safe spot right now. We just had a very strong area of rotation that just popped up on that most recent update. This wants to say 140 mile per hour winds. Let's hope not. Again, you can't always go off what radar says. Pomona, get in your safe spot. You're not under a warning, but we just had an update here that showed some very strong winds. Not gonna say whatever radar says is true because you can't always say that. Some of those winds are up in the atmosphere, but we're gonna keep a close eye on that. Still have maybe some areas of rotation with this. Let's see what the Weather Service does. I'm not gonna go away because I want to see what they do with this. If you live in the Pomona area, you need to be getting into your safe spot. Might have another little area of rotation up near Carbondale, 76 being picked up with that. Yeah, this is a concerning area for me right now. I'm not going to say there's a confirmed tornado with this, but man, anytime I see a tornado or a radar pick up gusts like that, it's debatable. It says 99. So we're going to keep a close eye on this. Again, that's just based off what the radar says, but so they've not issued a tornado warning with this yet. This is still a tornado warning, but never a bad idea, tornado or not, to get in your shelter if you live in Pomona, Makanda as well. I would maybe be getting in my shelter as well if I lived in those areas. Let's see if we have any other... And again, this would be moving into Williamson County over the next few minutes or so. Again, we had a very strong wind reading just a couple moments ago with this storm over Pomona. It's died back down a little bit. Okay, so... well, keep an eye on this and see if they go with the warning again. That was just one radar frame that it was showing those very, very strong winds, but it's not showing it as strong with this most recent update. But keeping a very, very close eye on this storm here north of Pomona. This is going to be moving into the Carbondale area here momentarily. Again, Carbondale, you are not under a tornado warning right now at this time. But still very strong winds, likely. I got a little bit of rotation right here, but not enough to issue a warning right there. We had a little bit of rotation in this area as well. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to take cover if you're in Carbondale because tornadoes can come down very, very quickly, even though you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Something else has caught my eye down here near McClure. A little bit of rotation here maybe as well. Very strong winds in excess of 60 miles per hour moving into the McClure area. Have a lot of so we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that's just been issued. This has a possible tornado tag on it. This excuse me, this is moving into Alexander County right now as well as Union County. That severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for a possible tornado until 9:15 p.m. Very gusty, strong winds moving into that area. Still concerned with this. Still keeping a close eye on it. I don't think we have a tornado with this right now, but man, if you live in especially just south of Carbondale, you might want to consider definitely keeping going to shelter indoors, but maybe seeking shelter because of this storm. We are in our offices here in Marion, which is still about 17 miles out from this storm, so we'll see what we get here. But again, this is the same storm that's kind of been riding that warm front, but now it's just north of that warm front. So hopefully it'll continue to lose its intensity as it moves further to the northeast. Still very concerned with this area. Union, Johnson, Pope, Massac, Pulaski, Alexander County, you have some very strong winds moving into your area over the next 30 minutes to, or well, I'll just say now, over the next hour or two. That area has very strong winds along with some possible tornadoes as well. So we'll keep an close eye on that line. We need to take off our graphic with the tornado warnings in effect because technically we have 0 in effect now since those have expired. We'll get that updated. Apologies for that. But we do have several severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now. This is moving into southern Illinois as we speak. I'm a little less concerned now with this storm. It really appears like it's wanting to break apart. We'll keep an eye on it, though. Again, I do expect a new severe thunderstorm warning to be issued here soon for probably all of Williamson County as this moves in, mainly not because of strong winds, but mainly because this storm here has produced a tornado. So we'll keep our eyes on that storm as it moves into Williamson County. Wouldn't be shocked if portions of Union County are also included in that warning. Just give you a wider view on this now and kind of what we're watching. So again, we have a line of storms that extends from Franklin County all the way down to around Doniphan, Missouri. That is the line we continue to track. I'm especially concerned with any tornadic development in this area. So that would include far southern Illinois. That would include Metropolis, Eddyville, Vienna, all of those areas still under the threat for tornadoes. Don't let your guard down. Anywhere north of West Frankfort, you are not in near as much of a threat for any tornadoes. Yeah, I'm not very concerned with your severe threat much at all. So, yeah, north of West Frankfort, not near as much of a threat. South of West Frankfort, still tracking some severe storms moving in. Again, looks like we had a report a few moments ago from the Alto Pass area of just rain and a lot of lightning. We do appreciate that report from Tiffany. We do have Riley saying SIU has us in the basement. That's probably not a bad idea for the SIU area. All right, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that's just been issued. Or is that the same one? Never mind, that is the same one. But that still includes southern Union County, northern Alexander, and northern Pulaski County. That is until... That expires in 37 minutes, 9:15 should be. Yeah, until 9:15 p.m. Probably going to see a new warning issued here soon for this storm. As I mentioned, all of Williamson County probably be under a severe thunderstorm warning with this. Might be seeing a little bit of rotation back in this storm now. Nothing overly concerning, but right north of Macanda, we could be seeing some more rotation back in this now. that's moving into Williamson County. Yeah, they're gonna need to issue a new warning on this soon. We do have one other tornado warning in effect back near Poplar Bluff. Man, they've been getting hammered with severe weather lately. Another tornado warning back in that area. We'll keep a close eye on that storm. Wouldn't be shocked if maybe we eventually get a tornado warning issued with this storm. That would track into areas of Alexander and Pulaski County if we did see a warning with that eventually. This area, thankfully, developing into more of a line. Again, that warm front is right about here. So these storms down here have a better tornado threat than these storms up here do. But we're still going to keep a close eye on it as see if they can pull in any of that warm air in this line. So again, tornado threat significantly lower if you're just joining us, say, Franklin, Williamson County line north. That includes Perry, Franklin, Hamilton, Jefferson counties, northern Jackson counties, say north of Carbondale and Murphy. Your tornado threat significantly lower. Areas to the south, especially south of Goreville, say I-24, I-57 from south of the Goreville area. Those areas still under a tornado threat, at least over the next hour or so. We'll see if they do indeed issue a new warning. This one still has 20 minutes until it expires. I would expect a new warning to be issued here for Williamson County, a severe thunderstorm warning, that is. Yeah, definitely not seeing as much rotation with that now. So, very likely not seeing any tornadic development with that now. Concerns not as high now for Williamson County. Concerns higher for Union County with some very strong winds moving in. We could see winds, maybe some straight line wind damage with this area of storms moving into Union and Alexander County. We're going to go back to our standby graphic for a second because we want to take a look at our camera in Marion right now, courtesy of Protect Fiber. Let's see, we need this camera pulled up. See what we can get here with this camera. Seeing a lot of lightning with it already. We're going to put this on. All right, yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of lightning with this storm that's moving into the Marion area. A lot of cloud to ground lightning with that storm. We'll go ahead and take our graphic off. So, again, this is from our Protect Fiber Skycam network. This is the Marion camera looking over at that storm moving in. A lot of cloud to ground lightning with this as it moves into the Marion area. This is not near as much of a tornado threat with this. I would say more of a severe thunderstorm threat. I do expect a severe thunderstorm warning to be issued here soon for Williamson County. I'd say there's probably about an 80% chance of that happening. This is a weakening storm system, but we could see that. All right, we'll go ahead and switch you back to our radar now. We're going to take another close look at this storm down in Union County. Let's put our radar back up. So again, no tornado warnings in effect for southern Illinois right now. There's a chance we might not see any more for the rest of the evening. I'd say there's a very good chance, but we're going to keep it here just in case. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued for southern Union, northern Alexander, and northern Pulaski County. Still have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Jackson and northern Union County with a possible tornado tag that expires in 17 minutes at 9 o'clock. Not seeing as much rotation. Again, this storm is north of that warm front line, so this would be an elevated storm now in this area. So that's the area we saw that rotation with earlier. Still seeing some very gusty winds with this storm up in the air, but again, not as concerned with this as it is an elevated storm as far as a tornado threat goes. Still waiting to see if that severe thunderstorm warning is issued for Williamson or Johnson County. All right, so we will see if that new warning is issued. But again, the tornado warning is significantly diminishing now with this storm system moving into Williamson, Johnson, Alexander County. At least the tornado threat certainly getting a little bit lower now with this storm system. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's run the radar for right now. We're going to keep you here. We're just going to go muted for a while since we have no tornado warnings in effect. But we will keep the radar up and we'll come right back on if a new tornado warning is issued. So keep it here as we'll continue to track these storms over the next hour or so. All right, we are coming back on momentarily, not because we have a new tornado warning issued, but we did have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued with a possible tornado tag that includes all of Johnson County, northern Massac, a large chunk of Pope County, and a portion of Pulaski County. That goes until 10 o'clock p.m., and again, that is a severe thunderstorm warning. We are seeing some very gusty winds moving into the Dalconda, Olin, Tams, and Cypress area, as well as Buncombe right now. Tornado threat getting a little bit lower now with these storms, so that is a good thing. We'll keep an eye on this, but again, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for these areas until 10 o'clock p.m. will come back on if a tornado warning is issued.